Crunch biting and unemployment on the up. Tonight investigates now just how safe is your job.
Tonight, how secure is your job?
The shops aren't selling as much, pubs aren't selling as much. Basically, the only people whose jobs are safe are the likes of undertakers and teachers, because everybody needs to be buried and everybody needs to be taught.
The cost of unemployment.
It's crunch time for me now. There's nothing in the bank. My savings have gone. I want to work. There's nothing more I want to do than get my teeth into a job.
And following the desperate search for work.
I'm tired all the time, snapping at my children, I'm not sleeping at night, and I just feel I'm trying to do everything that I possibly could be doing. I really don't know what I'm going to do, but I have to get a job. Oh, you know, what does one do to get a job?
With the downturn picking up pace, the threat of unemployment is hanging over more and more of us. On Tuesday, more than 5,000 people lost their jobs. On Thursday, nearly 11,000 more losses were announced. Today, the CBI says that the unemployment figure will reach close to 3 million. Problems started with the downturn in the housing market, but soon spread into the financial sector and beyond. Now we're all asking, who'll be next to lose their job?
Nobody is saying it's not going to be serious, but according to the government, there is one small glimmer of hope. Despite rising unemployment figures, there are still 600,000 jobs needing to be filled. To find out how easy it is to get one of those jobs, we've been following the stories of two people desperately seeking work.
Meet Shireen Gears, a single mum with 3 kids from Swansea. She lost her job when the travel firm XL went bust earlier this year. It left thousands of holidaymakers stranded and 1,700 people out of work.
I'm totally devastated, as are all my staff. They've been incredibly loyal, hard-working, and some of them have been with me for the last 15 years.
With no other source of income, Shireen has to find work, and fast. For the past 2 months, we've been following her as she hunts for a job.
1 minute you think, yes, I am going to get a job, I'm going to carry on, there's a job around the corner, I am going to get this, I am going to get a job, I'm going to switch on my laptop now, and there's going to be the perfect job for me, and I'm going to apply, and everything's going to be okay. And within an hour, reality sinks in and you think, right, I've looked at all the websites. What else can you do? There are no jobs out there.
Our second job hunter is business studies graduate Paul Ireland. He's one of the 500,000 18 to 24-year-olds without a job. Although Paul's been out of work for over a year, he's refused to claim benefits. But his savings are running out.
It's crunch time for me now. With it being a year on, there's nothing in the bank. My savings have gone. I've got a car that I can't afford to run. I can't afford to MOT and tax. I have considered selling the car. I want to work. There's nothing more I want to do than get my teeth into a job that's going to be fulfilling both personally and financially. I'm going to have to claim benefits if I don't get a job, because I just can't. I'm going to go into debt. I can't rely solidly on my family. I do need my own financial income for my own personal things.
So will our 2 job seekers be able to find work? Last week, unemployment reached an 11-year high, but according to the government, there are still plenty of vacancies.
There are still 600,000 vacancies in the economy, and we want to help people who lose their job get new jobs, and there will be extra help for those too who become unemployed.
John Moulton, one of this country's leading business and management gurus, thinks that finding the right job in the right place is easier said than done.
The government says there are some 600,000 unfilled jobs. That's true. The problem is, for most people, they're in the wrong part of the country, or they're on lousy wages and unsociable hours. People don't want to do those jobs. That's why they're vacant. They don't work. The hard fact is the number of actual jobs in the economy is declining and unemployment is rising.
As well as Paul and Shireen's quest for employment, we've also been following the stories of others who are fighting to stay in work. Nowhere is the pressure being felt more keenly than in firms associated with the building industry.
Well, welcome back after the layoff of last week. We've been busy all last week trying to rustle up some more work.
It's the Monday morning meeting at Linton Brick Factory. Here, the workforce has halved in the last few months. And after an anxious weekend, the remaining workers learn they'll also be laid off for part of the coming week.
We'll probably be busy until the middle of this week, probably about Wednesday.
With big orders dwindling, the employees still here are facing up to the fact they may not have their jobs for much longer.
It's got to a stage where you're coming in on a Monday morning, you don't know if you're going to have enough work to last you till, say dinner time even, let alone the rest of the week. I mean, we've gone from having nearly 20 lads in here to 5 or 6 lads on the shop floor. And it's, you see different faces going every week really, and you get up in the morning thinking, am I the next one?
Over the last few months, the building sector has announced wide-scale job cuts, as several major firms shut down large parts of their operations. Up to 150,000 workers are expected to lose their jobs before the downturn ends, as building sites across the country are mothballed.
If we go back to May this year, this is our daily production plan for the different areas of the building. It runs into 3 pages and it's a nice full plan of work, and this is last Monday, the 6th of October, and it works very, very thin on the ground.
So that's just 5 months between this, 3 pages of jobs you're going to do in one day?
Yes.
With all the big home builders?
Yes.
And now just 5 months later?
Yes. And 80% of our business was with the major house builders, and that work has just been turned off like a tap.
If we did stay in the doldrums for, say, the next 12 months, what would that mean to you and your business?
Well, I don't think my business would survive that. We can't survive indefinitely on the level of work we're getting at the moment, and that would mean that this company would probably have to close down.
According to the Federation of Small Businesses, more than 500,000 small and medium-sized firms have cut employee hours to save money. And nearly 2 million people are working fewer hours and taking home less pay than 2 months ago. With orders scarce, the brick factory has been operating for as little as 1 day a week. And that means tough times for the workers and their families.
Chris. Hi, Fiona.
It's just awful, not like at the end of the month when the wage goes in the bank, thinking, are we going to be able to manage? I've also had to take on another part-time job myself. It's just worry all the time, thinking, are we going to have enough to pay the bills, pay the rent, make sure we've got food in for the children.
And as things stand, obviously just trying to get by, things like holidays you'd planned,